This isn't every single car that I own, but it is very nearly all of them. I'm just going to go down the row and we're just going to talk about each one briefly so that you have an idea of what's actually wrong with each one of these cars. What needs to be done before I can sell them. I've gone through lining them up in some sort of order of cars that I want to sell, that I don't really care about, to cars that I might sell and I still care about, to cars that I'll never sell. There's two cars obviously that I'll not be getting rid of anytime soon. This is to sort of show you the extent of my problem. I'm now a hoarder. This is officially a hoard. This isn't a fleet of cars, this is a hoard of cars, and they're all terrible in their own special little ways, which you'll find out about now. So let's start at the very end, work our way across with the Mini. So let's start here. This is one heap of Mini. The problem with this one, other than the fact that it's very dusty, is the N12 1.6 litre engine that it's currently got in it. It was running on 3 cylinders, it's now not running on any cylinders. So it spins over, it turns over, but as I spoke about before when I did a similar video to this, it doesn't run. The rest of the car is really nice. It's a Cooper, so it's not a Mini 1, so it's got the nicer 17-inch alloys. It's going to need discs and pads because it's been sat. The interior, being the Cooper interior, is just that bit nicer than the Mini 1's basic interior. So overall, it is actually quite a nice car. The only thing letting it down, of course, is the engine. So this is car number 1, and it needs an engine. They're about 400 quid. I think this car's worth about £12.50 if I was to sell it with a running engine, the year's MOT. That's what I want to get for it. I'm not going to prioritise this car yet, just because I've got other cars that are higher priority, which I'll talk about now. So the next one, there was a video exclusively about this car, is my BMW 330i manual. This is a lovely car, like a genuinely lovely car. It was on the road being driven until around December time when it developed a misfire. It's now only running on 5 cylinders. So this needs the head to come off, new timing chain, obviously full service as well. And hopefully that should then sort that issue out. I don't know whether it's a dropped valve or whether it's a burnt valve or something along those lines, but it misfires through the intake. So that kind of tells me that it's potentially a valve issue. Everything else on this car's spot on. It's a little bit too low, is I guess the only other problem with it. You can see how low it is. So I don't remember the previous owner of this, because I know him quite well, ever fitting lowering springs to this car. So I'm going to have a chat with him, see if he did, and if he did, put it back to relatively standard height. I might keep it a little bit low because it does look quite smart, it's just undrivable. The wheels were recently refurbed. It's got a full set of brand new tyres on it. There's that. It could do with a headlight polish. It could do with even though they are basically brand new discs, it could do with another set of disc and pads. I've got some wing mirror covers to replace these where the lacquer has peeled and the grille at the front was cracked. I assume due to the fact that it's so low. So that needs sorting. Anyway, enough about the BMW. That's another car that's taken a back foot at the moment. Then we've got the S-Max. I've spoken briefly about the S-Max. It's got a year's MOT on it at the moment. I could sell it right now, as it is. But I don't want to, because I think I can get a little bit more for it, and I do prefer to sell a car that's complete. Everything working, everything good to go. This one, the aircon doesn't work. So it's likely going to need an aircon condenser. It's the most common thing to fail on these cars is the aircon condenser. It just starts leaking. It needs a bloody good clean because this is the dirtiest car I think I've ever owned. It's disgusting. So I've also got a free child seat. This is a bonus. I've got a child seat. So I can sell the child seat, potentially. I don't know if you're allowed to sell second-hand child seats, but I'll try. And I'll give it a full service. It's the 1.8 diesel. It's got a little bit of an injector leak, so I'll replace the injector seals. I'll do all 4 just because it makes sense. Sort out the aircon, sort out the parking sensors. It's a titanium spec, so it's the top spec version of this car, so it is quite a nice car and it's going to make a great family car for someone. So this will be car number 2, I think, that I'm going to try and work on because it's the quickest turnaround. So now you've got car number 2, let's see if we can move on to a potential car number 1. This I bought for £50. Technically not, but the money that left my account to the owner of this car was £50. So we agreed a deal where on his new car it needed brake discs and brake pads all round replacing. The price of those and my labour was around about 400 quid, and we agreed £450 for this car, so I sent him 50 quid. So I've bought a £50 Volkswagen Polo. This isn't a video, I've already spoken about it, you know the issues with this car. So I need to sort out the welding, I need to sort out the MOT failure issues that it had. It could also do with a service. I don't think it's been serviced since he's owned it, and the intake pipe is completely split apart, so that needs sorting. There's not much else to say about this car. It's a bog standard 1.2 3-cylinder petrol Polo. I drove it the other day. It drives really nicely, so I haven't really got that many complaints about it. It just needs these issues sorting and a fresh year's MOT on it. So that's the Polo. This is the Fiesta. This car is going to be a bit of a pain. So it was a Cat C in 2017, so it's had crash damage. That's after doing a car vertical report on it, found that out. It's quite a nice car. I can't really say too much about issues with it, other than the fact it's got the wrong wheels and it's got a TFMS light on. I've had somebody offer me some money for it, essentially. So there will be content on this. This is going to be car number 1 that I'm going to be working on. So the guy offered me £2,000 for this car, which I think is pretty fair. That's roughly what I was going to list it for sale for. I just need to get it sorted, and I've only got a month to do that. So the next lot of content that you're going to be seeing is going to be about this car specifically, getting all the issues sorted on it, getting it through a fresh year's MOT with no advisories, and selling it on. So yeah, that's the Fiesta. This is the car that I collected on Friday. It's a Mitsubishi Lancer 1.5 petrol manual. It's only got 78,000 miles on the clock, drives lovely, year's MOT on it, good to go. It's got a few nice sort of extras on it. It's got an Apple CarPlay head unit. It's got drilled and grooved discs on the front and decent brake pads. It's got fairly recent tyres. It's got an aftermarket intake on it. It's quite a nice car. This car's gonna not have very much content. I'll probably just do a quick walk around this car on its own, and then I'll be giving it a clean and a polish just to get all this sort of yuck off it, and I'll be listing this for sale straight away. I'm gonna list it for 1,500. I might take a bit less for it, let's just put it that way. So if anybody is interested in this car, it'll be for sale in the next couple of days. Nothing wrong with it, drives lovely. You've got one advisory on the MOT for an anti-roll bar link, which I'll do. But yeah, that's the lineup of cars that I will quite happily sell straight away. They need work doing. These are cars that are going to go towards me hopefully getting an Aston. So I'm going to do a breakdown of costs and how much money has come out of the Focus Fund. Spoiler, I'm in the negatives, in order to be able to end up with this fleet of rust. So that's all of these cars. Now onto the cars that I'm probably not going to sell, but might sell. But probably won't, but might. I've got the Series 2A 1964 Land Rover. You've seen a little bit of this before. I've used it every now and again for towing a trailer. I drive up and down the UK in it. It's great. It's 60 odd years old. Everything works. It still starts better than most of my other cars. I'm just emotionally attached to this car, and I can't ever picture myself selling it. But if, for instance, a really nice car came up and I needed just that extra few funds in quite a short space of time, then I would end up selling it for around 5 to 6 grand. But that's not on the cards at the moment, not at all. There's a few little jobs need doing on it. The headlights are playing up. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. This headlight's obviously quite badly corroded, so I'd like to replace both the headlights. It's still running 24 volt electrics, so I'm going to have to get either some 24 volt sealed beam units or some 24 volt headlights with the original bulbs like it has at the moment. There was a bit of a fuel leak last time I ran it. It doesn't seem to be leaking now, but there was a bit of a fuel leak last time I ran it, so the floor's out at the moment. Trying to trace the fuel leak and the fuel electrical issues. And what other things are? The speedo is completely inaccurate. You're doing 60 when you're actually doing 20. And I have got a set of BF Goodrich KM2 mud terrains to replace the tyres that are currently on it, because the tyres that are currently on it, they're good, they're just very, very noisy. Almost undrivable. It sounds like a Spitfire taking off when you drive it at 40 miles an hour. So I've got these to go on. I've also got the canvas which needs to go back on. It's starting to get quite sort of cold and wet. I'd like to take it for a drive and maybe do something similar to my mini drive, but locally around this area, before I put the roof on. That might be quite fun to do, sort of a living with video, just a sort of living with the Land Rover, so that you can see what this is actually like to use in modern traffic, because it isn't great. Next is my Defender 90 project. This is a car, well, this is a Land Rover that I picked up about 3-4 months ago. This was an impulse buy. It was very cheap because it hasn't got an engine or gearbox. I have acquired a gearbox, but I'm not going to do anything before I replace the bulkhead and the chassis. It's going to get a galvanised bulkhead and chassis and all the bodywork sorted and stuff like that. This I'm not going to touch for at least a year, maybe even 2. This is just a project for the future, something that I've laid my hands on. This isn't something I'm particularly attached to. It is something that I would, once done, potentially sell on, but I may grow an attachment while I'm working on it. I'm undecided what engine to put in it. I might put a Rover 3.5 V8, I might put a 300 TDI just because it's reliable. So that's that. This, everybody sees, everybody knows this car, everybody's probably sick of seeing it. This is my little red classic mini. I'm never going to sell this. Simple as that, not going to sell it. There could be an Aston Martin come up tomorrow and it could be the same price as what this is worth, and I won't sell it. Simple as that. That's a mini. You all know the mini. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. You're probably sick of it. This is my Freelander. This is my daily workhorse, really. Quite a bit of work's been done on this, as you'll see in a video that's going to be released soon. New intercooler, new aircon condenser, new radiator, silicone hoses, new rear shock absorbers, springs, top mounts, all the interior lights replaced with LED, some of the exterior lights replaced with LED. Obviously it's got a set of fairly new tyres on it. It could do with a set of discs and pads, and it could do with a pair of wishbones, which I'll probably do before the MOT's due in January. I love this, it's brilliant. Am I attached to it? Not in the slightest. I could sell this tomorrow and it wouldn't impact me at all. I may potentially look at getting a replacement for this next year in the form of a Discovery or a Range Rover. Essentially I want something that can tow 3.5 tons, and this can only tow 2 tons, and I'm very close to that and have been over that on private property. Of course, I'd never drive overweight on the road. A few times, especially with my trailer. So I'd like a bigger trailer and I'd like a bigger tow vehicle, just because of the sort of cars that I'm buying at the moment. But for now, this is great. It's a Freelander 2 HSE, so it's the top spec, heated seats, heated windscreen, cruise control, electric everything. It's a really nice car, and it was when I bought it, and it will be when I sell it. I'll give it a good tart up. But at the moment, yeah, it's my workhorse, it's my daily, and it's the car that's going to get me through this winter. So that's it. So like I said at the start of the video, these are the cars that aren't included in that lineup because they're not currently where I am now. This is the BMW 325i, which I bought and I still need to collect. This is my MGB, which you've seen a video on already. Obviously, this is how it used to look, not how it currently looks. And this is my motorbike, which is currently in North Wales still because I didn't trailer it back here. So enjoy the outro and then enjoy me parking all these cars back up again. So that's it. Every single one of the rusty cars that I currently own, except it isn't. I'll add those cars in at the end of this video. There's my MGB, which you've seen. There's my motorbike, which a few of you might have seen. And there's another BMW 325i 2-door coupe that I haven't collected yet, and I need to collect that. So that's another car that's going to be added to the list. So that makes a total of 12 cars, 1 motorbike and 2 trailers, which is a bit ridiculous. But you can see the extent of my problem, and where I'd like to be in the next 2 to 3 months is only owning 1 car, 1 project car, not including the cars I'm never going to sell, obviously. Talking from the Mitsubishi down, gone. Every single one gone, sold, moved on, fixed, years MOT on them, with their happy owners. Then I'd like a Jap car. So I put a vote out on my Instagram and on my Facebook, and it was pretty unanimous that you'd like to see me do a Japanese car. So with the profit of all of these cars sold, I'd like to buy something, maybe a Nissan 350, maybe a Nissan Figaro because they're hilarious, something along those lines. So if there's any cars that you'd like to see, please drop in the comments if you'd like to see something Japanese and interesting, something around the $5,000 mark. I'd like to be around that. Something I can still make profit on as well is quite important, because that's the aim of the game, is to work my way up to make that profit. So thank you for watching my fleet of rust, and please look forward to the next video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Right, now all we've got to do is move all the cars and put them back where they were. Now then, should we do the cars that run first? Good. Let's have, I'll do the Mitsubishi, and you want to have the, nice. Yeah. Let's get this logistical nightmare put to bed. Such a nice car. Let's repark the fleet. Somebody's getting a good deal with this car. It's got 80 miles of fuel. A logistical nightmare. So much walking we've got to do. Nice. They're interesting. Should be enough spaces, hopefully. Right. Cars number 3 and 4 to move. Yes, check tyre pressure. I don't know if it is a TPMS fault or whether it just has low tyre pressure. Need to investigate that. I could do with plugging it into a code reader. Also, I don't know what that is. I may end up just doing a snip. Dip off from a whole phone holder there. Oh, the S-Max is glorious. Oh. Get the old British sheds parked back up. Is it working? It's a bit fussy, you might need a bit of choke.
So I tried signing the key, I'm like, why?
Oh yeah, no, it's got a button.
I was like, oh,
I should have said that. If it doesn't rev, pull that choke out a little bit.
Okay.
It's because it's cold. These are the logistical problems we have to work with. I think he stalled it. Ooh, no. Ride that clutch. Yeah. God, I'm a good driver. It also has the worst turning circle of any vehicle. Get these parked up, and then we'll have to do the 2 cars that we need to tow. Ooh, that's gone. Yeah, good. Rum. Might need this push again. Can we tow the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm very fat and unhealthy. That's taken about 10 years off my life. And I was only going to live till I was 50 anyway.
There you go. Until 40 now.
I can take that.